Before the story begins, remember to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications, because stories like this remind us that kindness still exists in a world that often forgets it. Now, let me take you into this unforgettable moment. The morning air was heavy with rain when Aisha stepped through the iron gates of the mansion, her worn shoes soaked, her heart heavier than the clouds above. She had worked in this house for 3 years, quietly cleaning, cooking, and disappearing before anyone noticed the exhaustion in her eyes. Today was different. Wrapped tightly against her chest was her 6-month-old baby, Amir, his tiny face pale, his breathing shallow, his forehead burning with fever. She had begged every neighbor she knew to watch him, but no one could. Missing work meant losing pay, and losing pay meant no medicine, no food, no rent. So she came, whispering prayers with every step, terrified she would be turned away. Inside the mansion, crystal chandeliers glowed warmly, mocking the storm outside. Staff members froze when they saw her. Maids exchanged worried looks. "You can't bring a baby here," one whispered urgently. Aisha nodded, tears welling, explaining in a shaking voice that he was sick, that she had no choice, that she would keep him quiet while she worked. Before anyone could answer, footsteps echoed from the staircase. The owner of the mansion, Mr. Rahman, the millionaire businessman known for his discipline and distance, had returned early from a meeting. Conversations died instantly. Aisha's heart pounded so loudly she was sure everyone could hear it. She lowered her head, ready to be fired. Mr. Rahman stopped when he noticed the baby. For a moment, the room held its breath. Then something unexpected happened. He walked closer, slowly, his sharp expression softening as he looked at the child struggling to stay awake. "Why is the baby here?" he asked calmly. Aisha fell to her knees, apologizing, explaining everything in broken sentences, her words soaked in fear and shame. The room waited for anger, for dismissal, for harsh judgment. Instead, Mr. Rahman knelt down in front of her. That single action stunned everyone. He gently touched Amir's forehead, his brow furrowing. "He's burning with fever," he said quietly. Without another word, he stood up and ordered his driver to bring the car around. He told one of the staff to call the best pediatrician in the city. People stared in disbelief. The man who rarely spoke to his employees beyond instructions was now giving orders with urgency in his voice. He turned back to Aisha and said words she would never forget, "You're not working today. You're coming with me." She tried to refuse, crying, saying she couldn't afford hospitals like that. Mr. Rahman looked at her firmly and replied, "You can't afford not to." At the hospital, Amir was rushed into care. Doctors worked quickly, diagnosing a severe infection that could have turned fatal if delayed. Aisha sat trembling in the waiting room, clutching her scarf, convinced she was dreaming. Mr. Rahman sat across from her, silent, thoughtful. Hours later, when the doctor assured them Amir would recover, Aisha broke down completely. She sobbed in gratitude, her body shaking with relief. What she didn't know was that this moment had reopened a wound in Mr. Rahman's own heart. Years ago, before wealth hardened him, he had lost his wife and newborn child because he chose a business meeting over a hospital visit. No amount of money had ever erased that regret. Seeing Aisha and Amir felt like a second chance fate had thrown in his path. That evening, he did something that would change her life forever. He paid every medical expense in advance, arranged a full-time nurse for Amir, and gave Aisha paid leave for as long as she needed. But he didn't stop there. The next day, he called all staff together and announced that Aisha would no longer work as a maid. Instead, he would sponsor her education and place her in the company's internal training program once her child recovered. Gasps filled the room. Aisha fainted. When she woke up, she thought she had been dismissed. Instead, Mr. Rahman handed her a document. It was a contract for a small apartment near the hospital, rent fully covered for 2 years. "Focus on your child," he said softly. "The rest is taken care of." Grown men cried openly. Women hugged each other. No one in that room would ever forget what they witnessed. Months later, Amir was healthy, laughing, and strong. Aisha, once invisible, now walked with confidence, studying, learning, building a future she never dared imagine. And Mr. Rahman? He smiled more. He visited Amir often, holding him the same way he once wished he could have held his own child. This was not just a story about generosity. It was a reminder that one act of compassion can heal wounds on both sides. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with someone who needs hope today. Because stories like these don't just deserve to be heard, they deserve to be remembered.